Turn it up, clocking out, driving home, or just turning on. We got the remedy for the daily grind, Monday through Friday. 3:30 to 5:30 EST. Get ready for the shift. It's the Taz effect. It's the Taz effect. Changing up your view, bringing news, history, and commentary to you. 2 hours of power, 5 days a week. It's the real talk and the truth that you see. Yeah.
Tune your dial, clear your head. Listen up to what's being said.
Yeah,
Hey.
kick it off on Mutual Aid Monday. We're giving back, helping the community. You're staying on track. And Tuesday rolls around and the studio gets blessed. It's Talk About It Tuesday with the Smokin Hot Mess Jess.
From the middle of the week, we're leveling up your brain. Wisdom Wednesday is here to break the mundane.
Surprising guests who enhance the whole world. Watch the knowledge and the stories get unfurled. It's the Taz effect, changing up your view, bringing news, history, and commentary to you. 2 hours of power, 5 days a week. It's the real talk and the truth that you see. Now Thursday hits and the lines open wide. No placeholders here, nowhere to hide. Think about it Thursday, yeah, the mic is all yours. Call in, chat live, let's open up the door. And just like that, the weekend's inside. We're wrapping up the weekend, we're doing it right. Fun News Friday is the ultimate news party. Coasting you into the weekend, feeling good and hearty. 3:30 to 5:30, making your daily check. Lock it in, turn it up. You just
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me here for the Taz Effect Daily News in a way you did not know you could use. For those listening in over the GCPR radio airways at gcpr.live or through our Android or iOS app, thank you for tuning in. And for those watching and listening from all around the social media sphere, hey, how you doing? So glad you could come through. Hey, it's Tuesday. It is Talk About It Tuesday, and baby, you know what we're about to do. Now, where to start? Fetterman, only faux deconstructing white-bodied individuals ever believed that you were truly a Democrat. We know why you chose the Democrat moniker, because it's the only way that you could get elected. You don't care how many times the GOP disrespects you or tells you that you're unnecessary or that your accessibility needs are unnecessary. Why do I say that? Darling. Let's get into it. Senator John Fetterman threatens to actually leave the Democratic Party if they cross his red line. Leaving, as far as paperwork, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You were never there. So, Fetterman has threatened to abandon the Democratic Party if it becomes the anti-Israel party. Why are we concerned about being the pro-Israel party? Last time I checked, if you look to the left, look to the right, look up, look down, look all around, this is not Israel. This is the United States of America. And I thought the whole thing for this country was patriotism to America first, make America great. America, oh yeah. I thought it was all about us. I thought we don't have the money or the resources to do the things that are necessary to preserve the people of the United States. So why do we all of a sudden get McDonald's money for Israel? Why all of a sudden must we be loyal to Israel? Yes, I already know the answers. If our party ever becomes, and just make it official, as the anti-Israel party, that's when I would leave, because that's a bit of a moral clarity for me, the 56-year-old said at the Hill Nation Summit on Wednesday, July 15th, according to Axios. Here's the thing. Isn't it funny that so many people are choosing Israel as the hill to die on, but not racism? Not homophobia, not transphobia, not misogyny, not misogynoir, not starving children, not gun violence. Israel. Hmm. How interesting. Not Palestine, not the Palestinian people. Israel. Hmm. He described support for Israel as a long-standing democratic value and said he believes the country remains a key U.S. ally and the region's only democracy. How's that allyship working out for anybody? And they're only an ally because we're paying for everything. That's like having a friend that every time y'all get together and go somewhere, you're providing the transportation, you're footing the bill for everything. Is that an ally or a sexless escort? Hmm. And again, all of these Congress people that are saying that Israel is their hard line, let them keep that hard line. This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to finally start reaching out to your representation because you're being taxed overwhelmingly and you're being underwhelmingly represented. But I want you to say, if Israel is your hard line, give us what we provide to Israel: abortion care, universal college, universal health care, assimilation programs. Tell them to provide that, because if we have the money to provide that to everybody else, tell them to stop making people jump through hoops in order to withdraw the Social Security dollars that they put in. Mm. Mhm. 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 um Two Godzilla fans. We have a somber moment. Kaylee Hoddle from Godzilla versus Kong has passed away at the age of 18. She starred in Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla versus Kong: The New Empire. Her father, Joshua, confirmed her death to TMZ, noting that the star died in a car crash in Maryland on the morning of Tuesday, July 21st. She was one of two passengers in the 2 a.m. crash. It is being alleged that a 19-year-old man was allegedly driving at what are described as excessive speeds before traveling off the right side of the road and striking a culvert or a tunnel. She was transported to the hospital where she was later pronounced deceased, while the driver went to the hospital with non life threatening injuries. The crash is currently under investigation. Hmm. Now, moving forward, a reporter asked Holman, the self proclaimed border czar, why Trump reversed Biden's ICE camera plan. He replied, "That's a question above me." According to ABC News' White House border czar, Tom Homan said Monday that he wants body cameras on ICE officers as soon as possible, as the Department of Homeland Security faces growing pressure to speed up the rollout following two deadly shootings this month. Here's the thing, they should have had body cameras from the beginning. Then it was ordered that they were supposed to have body cameras. So what do you mean I want them to have it ASAP? Y'all keep putting into the budget for any and everything else. Why can't you put that into the budget? Asking for myself. Speaking to reporters outside the White House, Holman said body cameras had been purchased for officers nationwide and that, as of last week, ICE was training the trainers on how to teach officers to use them, according to his remarks. Y'all do realize you can essentially buy body cameras for yourself. There's cameras that clip on. There's no training needed. Like, of course, turn them off when you go potty. Like, what do you? They don't need. How about you train people not to beat people to a pulp? How about you train them to, I don't know, not shoot first? When a reporter asked why the Trump administration had rolled back an effort by the Biden administration to get body cameras on officers, Homan responded, "That's a question above me." How many times must I tell y'all that when they can convince themselves that things are looking good, what's popping, twin? Hey DJ, they will associate themselves with being in the inner sanctum with Trump. When things are like, oh, y'all messed up, you messed up, then they're like, oh, I don't know. It's above me now. No, it's not. No, it's not. DHS reportedly promised months ago, and did, to equip ICE agents with body cameras. Questions about the pace of the rollout resurfaced this month after ICE officers were not wearing cameras killed two people, one in Maine and one in Houston. Neither person killed was the intended target of the enforcement operation. You rolled out Mark Wayne so quick because he gonna get her done. He gonna get her done. He not getting her done. Like, and what is the point of the borders are also like what? Why are we just making up titles and positions? That, you know what, I know why, because we got to give the gold stars to the white man, because the white men are just so forgotten. They have so much to offer. Even though if they did, they would have just earned these positions for themselves and we wouldn't have to make up shit to put them in. We wouldn't have to cheat to put them there. But, you know, this is a country that loves redundancy because we have local police, state police, highway patrol, sheriffs. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, and then all the states have bureaus of investigation. And everybody likes to be in a pissing contest. But we have Border Patrol and we have ICE. For whatever reason, for centuries, for quite a while, I'm not going to say for centuries, but for quite a while, Border Patrol was enough. Then they were like, we need ICE, baby. Why? Because the white men need to feel special. We got to do something with the white men. They have so much to offer. And yes, I know they could have, earned a position elsewhere, but why would we want them to put forth effort into anything except for whooping the arse of the marginalized and melanated? Game and wildlife, right? Like you got park rangers, game and wild, like all of these redundancies. For what people? Like that is the ultimate why people shit. See, when we talk about privilege and white people are like, well, I'm not rich. That's not a privilege. That's actually more of a prison, but we can talk about that on another day. It's the fact that they will keep a redundancy up. They will keep creating positions to put you in, not because you earned them, not because you're talented, not even because you're a good boy, because they've taught you that you're entitled to it so much, and they haven't taught you how to regulate anything else. That they don't want you to, flip out and blow them up. They don't care if you blow everybody else up. They don't. But I can tell you why the Trump administration rolled back all of these things. One, all of the money laundering going on. They truly believe that they can run the federal government on a skeleton crew of loyalists, people who say that they're loyalists. A government is not a business. I need y'all to stop with that BS. You cannot run them the same way. And you cannot truly run a business properly and effectively on a skeleton crew. And before you go, my great grandma did had a quarter store there. I want you all to think about what happened after we got off punishment for COVID. All those people that y'all told to go do better in life and pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And if you don't like working in this job, then go get a better one. And they did. And how many companies since have closed down? How many locations have closed down because they don't have the staff? How many of y'all have forgotten that you spoke this into existence and you now going to your favorite watering holes and bitching and complaining and writing all sorts of reviews and telling everybody that this is bullshit, this is bullshit? Mm. Mm. Hmm. United States, the land of creating a problem and never a solution. The land of complaining about everything and fixing nothing. The land of break it and then lose the super glue. But y'all like it. Somebody loves it. I don't know who. Not me. Also, another indicator of white privilege. Tulsi Gabbard. Do you remember the position, her last position that she held in the government, that she recently resigned from? Okay, she stayed on for a period of time to, get that crossover, be a bridge. Okay, remember she was DNI, Director of National Intelligence, the DNI. Her brother gets arrested for being a creep. Yeah, don't keep it on the down low because everybody needs to know. And they're like, well, her value representative, Tosca. They're also saying, well, her brother's been on the drugs. Then they said, well, her brother, he's going through a mental health crisis. What mental health crisis, what drug-induced craze causes you to walk around trying to entice children with gum, candy, and popcorn, asking for their names to chronicle them in a book, while you're trying to Willy Wonka them off into the sunset? And the amount of people making excuses for it. Let me explain something to y'all. Told y'all, let's talk about it Tuesday, and we're going to talk about it. If you are a white-bodied individual, or you're looking for the approval of from a white-bodied individual, or you have just decided to embody white narcissism, formerly known as white supremacy, if you keep finding yourself blanketly defending white folks, no matter what they do, even if you don't have a monochrome of information, you're not deconstructing. You're comfortable in your racism. You just don't want to be called out on it. I said what I said. Two, You are willing to protect whiteness over any and everything else. You are a danger to everyone you come in contact with. Let me explain something to y'all. Just like you can't just say, you can't walk into school and go, I'm a straight A student. You have to earn that, right? What makes you think that you can just label yourself any and everything? You can't walk around going, I'm a good person. I'm not racist. Who told you that? Who told you that? If you can recognize that it is illogical for the United States to tout itself, market itself, promote itself, label itself, the greatest country in the world, and no one has ever said that, why do you think you can do that yourself? Hmm? Let me put it to you like this. And before y'all go, no, shut up. Shut up. Lying to me is futile. Keep it internally. Lie in your group chats. Hell, lie in the Discord. I don't give a damn. But don't lie here to my face. Pay attention to what I'm saying and refrain from slanging lies around. It's no different in regards to how you feel about yourself and your level of attractiveness. You didn't feel that you were attractive till the first person said that you were, till the second person said that you were, till the right person said that you were attractive. 9 times out of 10, you didn't think about it until it was brought up. When you were a kid, you didn't give a damn. You didn't start comparing yourself look-wise to other people until folks started saying things. And then you started doing stuff to hold on to that compliment, to keep it coming back in. This is why the beauty industry, regardless of your gender identity, makes big bucks every month. So again, you understand that you cannot take on something that was not handed to you, that you did not earn. Even though we took the scenic route, that's white privilege. You feel that you're entitled to things just for existing in the skin that you're encapsulated in. And people protect you at all costs. They skew statistics. They change their verbiage regarding when you do something wrong. Because I promise you, insert any black, brown, Asian man into this scenario. Picture a Samoan. They wouldn't have said, oh, you know, he got a drug problem. Oh, you know, he's going through a mental health crisis. And especially a family with the connections and money that the Gabbard family has. Why didn't they get it? And before you go, well, you can't get people help if they don't want. True, but if he's having a mental health crisis to this level, you could have done something years ago when he was still in someone's charge. You could have notified people many moons ago. You wouldn't go, oh, it's okay. Don't blame Taz. She can't make insert family member here. Stop doing this. You would look at me because double minority here. Let's just take a look at the dual minority, black and a woman. You would have doubly said, why didn't she get them together? Oh, she a piss poor sister. She a piss poor wife. She a piss poor mother. Why didn't she do da? Because look at the black woman who shot the creep that was 20 years old underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed at 1 a.m. They're blaming her for that man's actions. White man, similar situation. He didn't just chase the person outside. He hunted that person down for creeping up on his daughter. Charges dismissed. He's the complexion and the gender for protection. Tulsi Gabbard's brother. So you're going to tell me, but Tarty Gabbard, yes, that's his name. I don't know why y'all shocked. Her name is Tulsi. And only white people could get away with having names like this. And I have no problem with their names, but only white people could get away with have names like this. And nobody have a plethora of jokes. Nobody criticized them. Nobody asked Tulsi to go by a middle name. No, Tulsi Gabbard hasn't sat down in an interview during the interview process and people go, is that a nick? We don't really go by nicknames here, honey. You know, you look like a Deborah. I'm just gonna call you Deborah. That makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. But you're gonna tell me, but Tarty Gabbard is 55 years old. 55. At what point do white people get to be held accountable for their words and their actions? I will tell you never. Why? Because white people never have to grow up, but everybody else has to. Everybody else never gets a childhood. White people never have to grow up. There's always going to be a mammy or a sambo that they are going to put the cross on the back of for them to carry it up the hill of accountability for a white-bodied individual. Whiteness is a void. You have to remove everything in order to achieve whiteness. Let me repeat that for you. You have to remove everything to achieve whiteness. That means in removing everything, that is removing care and concern even for one another. Nobody's going out with a group of melanated folks and coming up missing. Nobody has to be on constant guard if they're invited out by 20 black women. There's so much projection because he says nobody wants to have the necessary conversations. And before somebody goes, that's not true. It is true, because when we have these conversations, 9 times out of 10, no one denies what we're saying. You just shift the topic of conversation. And speaking of shifting the topic of conversation, if you are in the Tazisms Discord, I'm going to need you to go to the tab marked Travel Through History with Taz. And I'm going to need you to click on each one of those and take in the information there. Because a lot of y'all have moved into the territory of just being flat out disrespectful. You've moved to the area of being disrespectful. I don't understand how if you're able to comment, that means that you're able to see any one of us from GCPR when our shows are airing. Today alone, I put up the topic. One comment behind it. Hey, Thomas, what are we talking about? Put it up again. I say, hey, you have any requests, suggestions, put it in the Discord. Well, how about this? My favorite song is this. Oh, I'm late because I had to do this. Why? Y'all come in every day talking about how wonderful your lives are, how loved you are, how respected you are. Your behavior says that's a damn lie. Your behavior says I'm only here because I believe that you black-bodied wenches must bow down to me. And since nobody else props me up like I'm the Queen of Sheba, your black ass is going to do it here. And let me explain something to you. You must have thought that I was joking when I said I am on the verge of embarrassing all of y'all like your parents should have did 30 damn years ago. You can't take correction. You can't take criticism. You can't shut up. It is a wonderful thing to build community. It is a wonderful thing to find a community that is accepting of you. Some of you will lose your community because you don't realize that you were already accepted when we saw who you were. If every time you turn around, you are having to reintroduce yourself to a new friend group, not because you're expanding, it's because you are a rolling stone, because you are tumbleweed, you need to do some self reflecting. If you're constantly having to introduce yourself, going, you know what? I've never felt accepted anywhere else, and you are past the age of 30, you need to do some self reflecting, because I'm going to tell you something, and don't holler in here because you're about to be a hit dog. You're the problem. You're the problem. You are completely comfortable with being codified within your privilege, whether it's gender privilege, sexual orientation privilege, or skin privilege, or a combination of any of them, because you haven't changed. You just don't want people to talk about it. You want to come in and you want people to bow down to you. This is why you see rules as suggestions that you can ignore. This is why you see boundaries as an option on an app. And you would think, after so many decades, at your big age, of realizing that every time you get disrespectful with your privilege, that you are distancing yourself from the very people that you need in that moment, in moments to come. They say a hard head makes a soft behind. Some of y'all, I'm beginning to wonder, do you have working bones in your body as hard as them heads are? Hey, cuz. Now, before the idiots, and I'm not just gonna, because we got to stop saying, well, MAGA. No, there's idiots all over the place. Okay, I see y'all on social media. I see y'all offline. Y'all don't pay attention to anything. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't comprehend. Y'all don't do crap. You always want to come in with a TLDR. For those of y'all that don't know, too long, don't read. You always want to come in like you one up. And so we're going to discuss this real quick. Thousands of non-citizens registered to vote in New Jersey due to software error, the governor says. More than 6,000 non-citizens were accidentally added to New Jersey's voter rolls due to a software error at the State Motor Vehicles Commission, Governor Mikey Sherrill announced Tuesday, with fewer than 400 of them casting ballots in various elections since 2023. The stunning announcement comes amid a push by Republican President Donald Dumdumhead administration to crack down on non-citizen voting, while the president claims frequently without factual basis aids Democrats in elections. Earlier this month, the Department of Homeland Security alleged that New Jersey had more than 35,000 non-citizens in its voting rolls. Here's the thing. Do I believe that it was a software error? No. I believe that there are people that are willing to risk it all to make their narratives true. And we have seen so many people propped up, become profitable, become popular, be put in places, positions of perceived power due to them risking it all to make the lies true. We've also seen people fail at doing it. Look at the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. All of the things that he's done. Look at what happened to Rudy Giuliani, because he was trying to make fetch happen. He's like, I can make truth out of this a lot, aka the talking point. We've seen it happen. We've seen the people, and I brought you all things from Truth Social, where it's clear these people have gone, used AI, used whatever in order to doctor things to try to make the narratives true. And before you go, well, them non-citizens should have known they couldn't vote. What rules and regulations and laws about immigration do you know? You do realize that that to take the citizenship test, these people have to learn what you don't when you're born here. So please explain. And if you get it, official voter registration card in the mail, wouldn't you go vote? Because let's not forget, when the same thing happened, well, similar thing happened in Florida regarding felons. And people like, oh, I completed all my stuff, I get to go vote. Because they're banking on the government dotting their I's and crossing their T's. But there are plenty of people that are going to take this from the headline, skim through it, zoom in on parts of the article and go, see, this is what I told you. This is why they're doing. First of all, stop falling for the sensationalism. Number one. Number two, stop going for what sounds good. Hey, NMJ, what makes you feel like you got the inside scoop? Because like I said, I watched a gentleman on TikTok grow an incredible amount of followers. Okay. One, he aligned himself with nothing but white people for a while until there was a pretty big controversy that came out and his reputation was put into question because he did no vetting on those white people. Number one. Number two, consistently getting things wrong. Consistently will give you a headline, no different than Aaron Parton. It's just a good, cute little tagline and give you bits and pieces of information and never gets the bits and pieces of information from the article correct. Never. I gave up trying to correct them, but y'all love it. And then you sit here and complain that misinformation. I'm sorry. I'm tired of calling misinformation and disinformation. Lies circulates around. The same lies that cost Kamala Harris an election, the same lies that cost Jasmine Crockett a position on the midterm ballot. But y'all like it, somebody got to love it. Cheryl said on Tuesday that the MVC era, which lasted from June 2023 until June 2024, predated her own tenure as governor by several years, arose during the application process for driver's licenses and ID cards. Around 6,600 individuals marked themselves as non-citizens when they applied, but were added to voter rolls anyway. So the non-citizens did everything that they were supposed to do. This does not seem, again, to be a software error. This seems to be intentional, that people were like, you know what, we gonna prove that they be voting illegally. When I type this information in, I'm gonna just change what they put. Y'all been through this process. Anybody with an ID or a license, you've been through this process. The accidental voters were scattered across the state. And registered under a variety of party labels, according to Cheryl, with the majority being unaffiliated voters. Speaking with reporters at a hastily scheduled press conference, Cheryl said there's no immediate proof that any of the roughly 400 non-citizens who cast ballots impacted the outcome of any individual election. Yeah. And I bet you that there are far more people that they were expecting to go out and vote. Out of the amount that were put on the voter rolls, how many do you think were like, I'm skeptical, or I'll do it next year? Or went to, if they had representation, and asked them, should they do it? Now, there's also a great deal of conversation going around because Iran has decided to taunt Trump online regarding possibly ending his life. And I want to bring this up because, again, I'm tired of people being stupid. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not even going to play nice. I'm literally tired of people being stupid. I've had it. I've truly had it. And I could be more diplomatic about it, but why? Every single day, I have somebody being snarky in my comment section, getting things wrong. One, Iran has said multiple times that it's not only studied the United States for years, but has studied Donald Trump for quite a while. And y'all think that other countries have an issue with Donald Trump just because of his first presidency. No. Donald Trump has been in business globally for quite a while. He has screwed people over globally for quite a while. Trump has a horrible reputation with immigrants and migrant workers. This is why so many of us were shocked that these same categories of people wanted to ride so hard with him during his administrations and between. But hey, dumb loves dumb, so whatever. Couple things. Sitting there going, well, some of the things that Iran's talking about and some of the routes, they're not available on public maps. Why are y'all treating Iran like it's Barbara Jean from down the street? Why are y'all all of a sudden, all of y'all that every 2 to 3 business minutes has a huge conspiracy theory regarding everything, including why they changed the fries at Burger King and Wendy's, acting as if espionage is not a thing and spies don't exist? Why are you acting as if everybody in this country and even everybody in this current administration likes Trump? Also, Trump is treating these threats as if they are part of a script from his other scripted assassination attempts. Have we forgotten that it has already been revealed that Pete Hegseth and others within his regime have been consistently lying to him so that they can get away with the things that they want to get away with? Trump is not the only one with a bucket list in this administration. This is why Trump isn't taking it seriously. There is a part of Trump that kind of does. You can tell he wishes that Iran would take him out. That's why he had the conversation with JD Vance. You know, VP put it in the pullout, and he keeps encouraging VP put it in the pullout to discuss publicly about, yeah, if something happens to me, rain down terror on them, you know, justify my. It's because Trump would rather go out a martyr. And you know that white people, not just MAGA, white people who refuse to deconstruct will tote him up as a martyr. Because even though Reagan didn't die, that's part of the reason why Reagan is so ingratiated with them. This is why they act as if he did no wrong. They know where a lot of their woes came from. But he got shot at. Like for real, for real. He would rather do that and cement himself in that amount of history, because they would put his name on buildings. They would do all the things that he's trying to force into existence now. But let's also not forget, VP putting the pullout and Air Trump are still having a pissing contest. In case you don't know, Usha Vance gave birth. Why? Like, when you know you have a shitty boss, when you know you have a horrible boss, and y'all are not friends, like it's very clear that the Vances and the Trumps are not friends. Okay, we know that the story was Don Jr. and Put It in the Pullout were buddies, and that's how Put It in the Pullout got into the position that he was in. Whatever. Why would you send that man a picture of your new child with your current children holding, you know, meeting their new sibling? Because Trump immediately posted that online. Didn't ask the parents if that was okay. Didn't think about any security breaches. Nothing. And people are like, oh, it's because he has dementia. No, it's because they're having a pissing contest. There are certain things you could lose your ability to do a whole lot of things. But everybody got that one person they'll never forget. They got that one rivalry that will not end. Y'all will be ghosts, still trying to outpiss each other. Okay, still trying to have a stronger string than the next one. But also, especially white men, y'all love that. Y'all let you, once again, United States, the land of never wanting a solution. You'll just keep it up. Y'all will just keep the rivalry up, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. But this is the same country where people will get online and go, if folks don't like you, don't let them around your children. While you're typing that, you done dropped your kids off with a heifer that ain't liked you since the 2nd grade. Child. And looks like the race in South Carolina is about to be a power struggle. Although Darlene Graham, the sister of Lady Teddy Grahams, said, "Yeah, I'm going to run for a full term," and Trump was like, "I endorse you." First of all, nobody gives a damn. And I keep telling y'all, and Republicans are like, "We still gonna run. We still gonna run." I think you might as well just let it go, because even with people being sick of Trump, she's on the same reason Erica Kirk is able to do what she's doing. Teddy Grahams 2.0 is going to do the same thing. She is going to white woman her way right on through. That's what she's going to do. That power struggle, it'll be an interesting race to watch. It will. It will be an interesting race to watch. If you haven't noticed here recently, Mitch McConnell has finally gone quiet regarding his health. We've gotten no more updates from Mitch himself. Yes, I'm being extremely facetious. No more statements from Mitch talking about how great he is. It's amazing that he decided to go quiet when allegedly, he's in a rehab facility. So also, again, regarding the infamous AI, obviously AI generated picture of Mitch, the glitchy bitch, in the hospital with tubes coming out of everything but his Bucci cat. Again, confirmed to be AI, but there's no evidence that the picture came from a staffer. I highly doubt that it did. Let's not forget that Republicans, especially the MAGA faction of Republicans, it can't rub two smarticle particles together to type out a proper sentence. But baby, they will splice and dice together some fake photographic evidence. Okay, he said he's just going to lay back and rest his eyes and chill. Right? Just you want to know? Here's the thing: y'all want to know if Mitch really alive? Convince a nurse to go in and cut his TV off in his room. If you know, you know. If you grew up in a melanated or or if you're a Gen X, the households you grew up in, you'll catch what I'm talking about. Go and turn the TV off. You'll find out if he did or not. Um. Also, again, I have more SSI news. I wish I didn't. I wish I had better news when it came to SSI. This just, whew, okay. Come on up. If you remember, I'm the messenger. Don't get cussed out because I can cuss real good. I'm saved, but you will need saving. If you forget that I delivered the news. Okay. Okay. Um, you won't be getting a supplemental security income check in August. Less than 2 weeks away from the calendar flipping to August, which may have some Social Security beneficiaries looking forward to their next disbursement. However, some will not receive their usual payment next month. August will start on Saturday, which proves to be a small hiccup for those who receive supplemental security income. SSI payments are for those with disabilities or older adults with little to no income. For payments in 2026, the monthly maximum benefit is $994 for eligible individuals, $1,491 for those with an eligible spouse, and $498 for an essential person. August is the fourth month of 2026 in which regular SSI payments will not be sent out on the first day of the month. Beneficiaries will still receive their monthly income, but it will be sent out on Friday, July 31st. Whenever the first day of the month falls on a weekend or a holiday, the Social Security Administration sends out the month's payments on the prior business day. Was that a little bit mean how I set that up? Yes. Did y'all learn a lesson from that? Probably not. Those eyes open real quick. Exactly. Then cut that TV off with somebody like, I'm just resting my. Wait a minute, I was watching that. Cut my stories back on. Badass kids. When school start back again? Bullshit, I don't learn nothing anyway. Only thing you learn is them damn songs, and you don't need to be singing them no way. You know your ABCs like you know them. So, billions of funding has been restored to 24 states. The court said you cannot cancel what Congress has approved. I feel like the courts keep saying this every 3 to 4 business weeks. It's because the courts keep saying it every 3 to 4 business weeks. Are y'all done letting a man who had to pay other people to not just do his homework, but do his classwork for him, play you like you're stupid? Trump keeps doing what he's doing because y'all keep allowing him to believe that he's smarter than you. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Could not be me, because ain't no way. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that at all. So hold on. There we go. No. Okay, there we go. Trump judges block ruling freeing pro-Palestine protester. A federal appeals court on Tuesday overturned a lower court ruling that freed Columbia student and pro-Palestinian protester Monson Mondawi from ICE custody. A Second Circuit panel made up of one George W. Bush judge and two Donald Trump first-term appointees determined that Mondawi should not have been released from ICE custody in 2025. They argue that the Vermont-based federal judge that made the initial ruling lacked jurisdiction to do so. Let me explain something to you. Accountability Archive people, where are you now? Where are you now? Number one. Number two, we have a way of chronicling things in a way that we never had before. You all are judges. This isn't a misunderstanding. This isn't a mistake. This is intentional. You do know that the only way Trump is a threat to you now that you've been appointed is if you keep making rulings like this. If you keep rolling back the checks and balances, if you keep shredding and setting to fire the Constitution, if you would just do your job, how you worked thus far in your life to get to that point to be able to do, you wouldn't have anything to fear. I need the United States to finally wake up and realize that you are your own boogeyman. You are your own boogeyman. Y'all are afraid because you put yourselves in harm's way. In the climate that we're in right now, so many of y'all are like, oh, I can't protest and I can't do this because I'm afraid to lose my job. Why? They need you. They need you. I'm not saying going into work and cuss everybody out tomorrow and set the place on fire. That's not what I'm saying. But they require you. You're afraid of folks that cannot function without you. You're afraid of people who need your approval to do things. You are creating the avenue for fear. You are opening up the door to your killer. If you were in a horror movie, baby, this would be the shortest horror movie ever. You're just sitting there looking in the mirror like, oh, I think that's Jason Voorhees outside coming in here to get me. You know what you think? He want a cold drink, baby. Go get him a cold drink. I'm going to open up the door and all the windows for him. And you know, he might want to come through the garage door. Let me go open that too. Like only in the United States Do you all create your own destruction? You create what you now fear. But let y'all tell it. We're the biggest and baddest. We don't scare nobody. These colors don't run. I match energy. I'm the pettiest to ever do it. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. But I mean, I've known that for years. I've known that for years because the people, whether they're silent and you think that they silent and deadly, or they're boisterous, they're not. Because when somebody like me steps into the room and says what needs to be said to who needs it to be said to, no, don't, they ain't coming back. Don't say, shut up. All money ain't good money and all company ain't good company. If I say something and it ruffles you that much that you never want to come back around me, goodbye. You want to know what? 5 other people will replace you. But I'm not about to sit here and sell my soul and make myself miserable and fearful because you need me. And again, anything I say, I include myself in it because we are a society. So just as much as you need me, I need you. We need each other in order to get through this thing. We're all cogs that are a part of the same machine. If one of us stops working or pops out, the whole machine goes down, huh? But no, I'm not about to be fearful. And I'm not about to sit here and let somebody treat me like shit. For what? For what? For why? Huh? Y'all sit here, don't even go through the full hiring process, interview process to get these public servants into office. And then you sit here and I can't say nothing to them. I can't do nothing to them. But let little Johnny down at the BP not change out the soda fast enough for you. You cussing his whole life out. You done made 67 different social media posts. You done called everybody you know to still answer the phone for you to share your posts, make posts themselves. You got to make all these reviews. You calling corporate, you calling every manager that ever worked at that VP to report him. And that was just a minor inconvenience. But you don't care nothing about the shenanigans going on Capitol Hill or in the West Wing that are affecting your ability to eat. And I'm not just saying buy the food. Eat food and not die. Eat food and not have your boochie cat blow out. But okay, yeah. Ooh. Y'all quick to be like, I'm from New York. I'm from Boston. I'm from Baltimore. What difference does that make if you riddled with mental health, you got heart disease that's undiagnosed and everything else? What difference does that make? Where are you from? Your portion of the bucket is, ooh, what? Painted a different color? It ain't red? Ooh. Okay. Like, are y'all so serious? You have no problem seeing a melanated face, finding out somebody's trans, finding out somebody's gay, looking at somebody and determining that they're a woman, and wanting to run to Google for every 3 to 5 business words that come out of their mouth to try to have a gotcha moment or prove that you are smarter than them. But you are allowing people that for any other job on the planet would not qualify, be qualified, make more than you to do nothing for you. Oh, okay. You got nothing to say. Y'all running around here afraid of politicians. I see why you're 62 and your daddy's still out getting milk. But y'all know what time it is. It's Talk About It Tuesday, and we're at hour number 2. So what does that mean? It's
Hey everybody. Hey Taz, how you doing?
Hey. Ow, I'm knocking over stickers.
So you're right, it doesn't make any sense. Absolutely 0 sense that we let these people take charge and make all these asinine decisions that make absolutely no sense, that
Because it's
affect
like,
everybody.
yeah, because, okay, question for everybody. You go, you buy a house. House been doing great. Everything's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Your niece from college calls and goes, "Hey, my good friend just needs a place to stay for 2 weeks. They're escaping a really bad situation. Can they come stay with you?" And you're like, "Yeah, come on in." That person stays longer than 2 weeks, done changed all your stuff, telling you don't come out your house. They telling you give me all your money and everything else. And you're like, "Oh, okay, sure. Have it all." What? No, you would tell them to pack up and get the hell out of your house.
Exactly. Hey, Chaos, how you doing?
Came to the
I'm good.
Good.
I live in a fever dream. I promise you I do.
It's nice. He just pops in, says hi.
Yeah. But yeah, you're like, you wouldn't do that. I don't get it, because these are the same people that will go to a teacher on a Saturday night at an Applebee's and go, "What's in that glass? Should you really be drinking since you work around children?" Like, what
Right.
the hell is a kid? I'm not in the class. I
Being
pay your
nosy and
bills.
worrying about
We
all the
shouldn't
wrong
do this, that,
things.
and the other. Right. But the politic.
Yep. We we don't tend to question our politicians enough as to why they're doing what the F it is that they're doing. And a lot of them are doing questionable shit right now. And fraudulent shit.
So many. I learned something last night, and I want us to discuss it. For those of y'all that do not know, I am working with a candidate on a campaign. It is a
Mm-hmm.
state campaign, but in this meeting that was last night, there were multiple communications directors from multiple campaigns, coast to coast. There are a lot of states that within those states, different districts are trying to push for hold on, I want to get the wording correct. I took notes. Of course I took notes.
Right.
Um
Jazz always takes notes. That's why
yeah,
she has all the fun notebooks.
yes. So it's called Success Sequence, where they want to, in schools, teach this success sequence. Basically, the proper order one should do things in order to be successful. Now, one of the women, one of the people, she just happened to be a woman, said, "Hey, I think that this is something that should be taught at home if it should be taught." And I agree. It is an individual, it's a familial, cultural, religious thing as to what people believe are the proper steps for success.
Mm-hmm.
um, because they're basically telling kids, don't have kids early, don't, get married, all of these things, basically purity culture.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm like, they're
What?
saying that teachers are the ones indoctrinating, but they want this to become a part of curriculum where teachers are going to have to kind of like that stupid Common Core math crap.
Yes.
Which I'm like, this is so unnecessary. Nobody at home can help the kids with it. And they're like, this should be easier. So she's shutting the but yeah. Now, and I know some people will immediately go, "Well, thank God I don't have kids in school." But you know what you do have in school? Your next doctor, your next nurse, your next mayor, your next fireman, your next
Yeah.
police chief. So I
And
need y'all
eventually your
to,
grandkids will be in school.
right, like I need y'all to get out of that mindset. We are a society. We, whether you like it or not, we're reliant on one another. But like, how would you feel if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, in the schools, we're going to be teaching success sequence because for all intents and purposes, their success sequence, I should be a failure.
Right.
I should be a failure." And I'm not saying, "Hey,
Me
go
too.
out and follow in my footsteps,"
Mm-hmm.
but different things work for different people. I don't know. Your
Yep.
thoughts?
Different strokes for different folks. That's I feel like that's a new way of laying out, pull up yourself by the bootstraps too.
Mm.
Like the road to success. This is the right way, the only way that you can do it. I feel like there's thousands of ways to be successful, and that's why so many different people are. It just, the billionaires are all evil, and we are living in a capitalist society that is upheld by all the racisms and all the isms and phobias that keep everybody churning the way we churn, and that's why we just haven't seemed to get out of this cycle. It's a vicious cycle that we're in my opinion.
Something just came to me when you said the another form of the pull them up by the bootstraps. When you said that, I was like, you know what? It also sounds like a new excuse.
Mm-hmm.
A new excuse as to how to cover up on nepotism, how to cover up on just discrimination and oppression, where it's like, oh, well, if you didn't follow X, Y, and Z, so this is why you didn't do it.
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because when they do the whole pull them up by the bootstraps, it completely ignores all of the context and the nuance.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because you have somebody named Tulsi Gabbard who can make it to become the director of national intelligence, whose brother is Batarti.
Yes.
But I have to be careful what my name is. I have to be careful what I name my children, because they'll look at it and go,
Yeah, you can't have it be too ethnic sounding.
right. And it's like, also, again, this success sequence, according to who? Because we tell people all the time, which is true, you can go back to school at any age, you can start a new career at any age, which is absolutely true. And then they go, well, flip side, where's all the creativity in Hollywood? Where's the creativity in music? Because you all keep telling people they're too old for this, they're too this, they're too that, they didn't do it by this time, they didn't do it in the right way.
Yep.
Like criticism for Cardi B and being divorced, being a mother, having another child with somebody outside of her husband. They're not together. Y'all know the situation. But
Right.
not for men that are in entertainment that get kids up and down the East Coast. Like, people have jokes when it comes to Nick Cannon, but not really criticisms. And when
DMX had a lot of kids.
yeah, when the criticisms do come, people are like, well, it's not your business, it's not your money. Where is that for the other side?
Exactly. Yes.
And I have to think about all the people I've met over the years that did it the right way as far as purity culture, and things did not work out for them. They are not successful. I've told my own story where for a very long time I was the biggest stickler for rules. Okay, if I go to the church house Monday through Friday and I never go out and I never do this and I mind my P's and Q's, I won't have any of these issues. And I looked up one day and I'm like, I still have these issues that everybody else has. I still have people
I have all the issues.
Right. I still have people talking crap about me. I'm still having struggles. I still have all of these things happening. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And I realized I was so focused on abiding by these rules.
Yeah.
I wasn't living. I wasn't enjoying life. I was in a career field that I couldn't stand.
Oh.
I didn't realize I am sick way more often because I realized I didn't just it wasn't just the career field. It was the people that I was working with. I was trying to force myself to ignore just how toxic the situation was.
Right.
And I'm just like, yeah, like this.
And one day you said it's got to change.
Yeah, like if you do this in this order, okay. Like I don't know. I lost track of the Mormon women and the Jehovah's Witness women that did things the correct way, that jump on social media now, bawling their eyes out, and my heart goes out to them. And things that, like, look at the Duggar family.
Oh yes, they have been through it.
Yeah, the women, the young ladies that married into and were born into that family, and them being told, oh, if you do it this way, and look at the heartache.
Yep.
Look at the heart. And then there was
Every last one of them.
I can't
And
think
there's
of
a
their
lot of
names,
them.
but for until like last year, it was like a husband-wife duo. She had a page, he had a page, and they had a page together where they did a lot of content. She's like this big fashionista and Jehovah's Witnesses, and they did everything the right way. They've been together since 13. I have an issue with that, but we can talk about that on another day. Been together since 13, got married, all these
Yep.
things, had the children, seemed so perfect, and he was out there cheating. She files for
Oh.
divorce. The day that's announced, he's out in the club, on another chick. And I'm like, yeah, these are our examples of quote unquote doing it the right way. And I'm not saying go out and put yourselves in dangerous situations. I'm not a slut shamer. Look,
Right.
I feel like everybody, regardless of your gender identity, be safe
Yes.
in whatever you do, but make sure you are happy and you feel good doing it.
Yeah. Then you feel free to be you as you want to be.
But there's no time frame on anything. Like, I have an aunt
Mm-mm.
that she's 10 years older than me. My mom's one and only sister. Over the years, we'd had conversations about, relationships, being married, not being married. And I really appreciated her view on it. Like, if it gets to a point and it's for her, she would, take the plunge. If she really wasn't feeling it like that, like, and she's like, and she's like, do I really want to share my space? Like, she was talking the real stuff, not like, oh, do I want to fall off? No, like, do I want to share my space? Do I want to be responsible for another person? All of these things that you don't think about when you just butterflies. He make me feel good. She make me feel good. They make me feel good.
Definitely don't think about that stuff.
Yeah, and now my uncle, her now husband, they've known each other for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I found out who she was dating, I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Liked him since I first met him. Not like, oh, I was trying to push them into a relationship. Just real upstick, cool guy. Really cool guy. And he's the chef, so he's got some of the best snacks. Am I biased when it comes to that? Absolutely. It's me.
Me too. Me too. Yes.
But I mean, they've been through relationships together and everything. And then they realize, like, hold on, wait, like,
you're my person.
We like share, like, and they went over the real stuff with each other and they got married. Once again, she's 10 years older than me.
I love that.
She was in her 50s when she got married. They are happy as crap. And it came to my attention because she just text. But doing things in the right order for who? Because this is why I also say I don't go by the golden rule. And some Christians about to come at me, but you're preaching you're supposed to treat people how you want to be treated. No, I'm not. I treat people how they want to be treated, because how I want to be treated may not be how you want to. I may let some stuff slide that you're like, absolutely, I will not. And I should respect you and love you enough to not force you to deal with some stuff that I would deal with.
Right. Absolutely.
But I also feel like that when it comes to the proper order of things.
I know. I definitely didn't follow an order.
Yeah, like the order for me may not be the order for you in how it works out.
Yeah, because ours is all ass backwards. We were together 10 years before we even got married, and we already had Brianna.
Yeah,
and,
like
my son Luke.
No, it wasn't even 2 years when he proposed. We celebrated 2 years in February, and we recently got married. But there are people that told me from the beginning, you're stupid. You ain't never seen him face to face, and you went up there and you're going to stay in his house. And okay, yeah, I took a chance. Could he have been a serial killer? Yeah. Could I have been buried in the backyard? Yes. But I was like, you know what? I have been so scary the vast majority of my life. Have I taken some risks? Yes, but nothing that was like life-threatening risk. Okay, y'all don't forget who I am. What I consider a risk, y'all would probably consider a regular Tuesday afternoon. All right. Like I said, different things for different people.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I was just like, you know what? And like I said, I was looking around like, wait a minute, I'm getting flack. I'm getting ridicule. I'm being held accountable for things I didn't do, didn't say. Why can't I go out and be happy? And that's what I did. My order of operations, may not be the same as somebody else's. Somebody else, I know someone that straight out of high school got married, had kids. They love each other happily ever after. I've told you about a woman that I worked with, and she told me that within 30 days, her and her husband went on a first date, fell in love, got engaged, and got married.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I experienced a lot of, knowing people that have all different walks of life and the
Mhm.
path that they've taken, falling in love. I even know people who went on an airplane and fell in love and did the mile high thing
Mhm.
as two strangers on the plane, and that's how their story began. Like what?
Now,
And
like, y'all, don't come out the
eHarmony.
bag on me and don't read nothing more into what I'm about to say than what I'm about to tell y'all. Don't understand this minute.
Uh-oh.
Now, two of my grandmamas. Yes, I'm going to put on Patreon why I have 4 sets of grandparents. Okay. But for right now, just go with me. Okay. Daddy's parents, mama's parents. Okay. That's how we're gonna label them right here. Don't ask no side questions. You won't get no side cussed out. All right, all right.
Stay focused. Lock in, people.
Both of my grandmothers got my grandfathers in nefarious ways, but they were together till they died. And them women, the men both died first, okay? Because they was hard headed when it came to their health. Not gonna lie, y'all know I'm not. Um, it is what it is. They was hard headed when it came to what they were supposed to do with their health, but so was my grandma. So was my granny a little bit. You know what? They just hard headed family. Anywho, but the women didn't even bat an eye at another man because they were like, this was my person. Nobody else will be my person. No disrespect. I'm just going to chill till I'm reunited with them in the afterlife. But my grandma, I found out, was married to somebody else. See, my granddaddy was like, I
Oh
like
wow.
you. I want you. You're going to be mine.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
so she took the 2 boys that she had from that marriage, went on to marriage with my granddaddy. Smooth. First of all, we didn't realize for the longest time she never changed the oldest boys' names. Nobody thought about it. Like you would hear this other name all the time, but nobody thought about it because we just one big happy family.
So they
Raised
still had the last name of the first
everything.
husband.
And it wasn't until like there was a funeral that I was sitting there and I was like,
Okay.
wait a damn minute. Like
You have a different last name. Damn.
and mind you, these were my 2 favorite uncles. I know that, and I was always around them. It did, but I wasn't the only one. Nobody said anything. Nobody did. Now my granny, a little bit more nefarious. My mama's mama. Y'all know this how this gonna go because I told you how crazy my mama was. So my granny had a bestie,
Okay.
Wilhelmina. Pretty sure she did. So I'm gonna say her name. Pretty sure she did by now. If not, she like 175 years old. She can't fight me. Um, so her and my papa was dating. Okay, and my granny was like, "Oh, he's a
Quite nice.
nice cup of chocolate milk, and he's a good one. He going to school to be a chemist. You say? I don't like how you treating him." Okay, so Wilhelmina got in trouble. Okay, she was supposed to be going to the train station to meet my papa. That was like their little meeting space. It was supposed to be the first day that they met. Wilhelmina was like, "Hey, bestie, can I'm gonna write this note to my love, the love of my life. Can you deliver this?" My granny was like, "I got an in." Yeah, I'll take the note. Granny went to the train station to meet my papa. He's like, "Hey, where old Willie at?" I don't know. But I didn't want you to be here by yourself. Did my papa? I know, as smart as he was, I know he had to
Oh,
catch when she said that. He was just like, "Oh, you
how did you
hey,
know I was
you
here?
don't mind the notes? Come here." Like, so every time she was supposed to deliver a letter, she never delivered the letter. I never got a clear answer as to what she did with these letters. If she kept them like some crazy person, if she burnt them. So I don't know. And I don't know what she told to her friend because she wasn't bringing any letters back to her friend.
Right.
Now she could have forged them because ironically, my granny and papa, their handwriting looks so similar. Like everybody except for my mom's handwriting was pretty much looked identical. It's very, very hard to tell their handwriting apart. So she could have. I don't know.
Hmm.
So they ended up getting together at 18 because my grandfather was a little bit older than her. He was already off at college. At 18, they got married. It was a backyard ceremony. Now y'all see my obsession with like at home outdoorsy weddings. It's beautiful. It's bonita. So yeah, they was together. Now, before y'all ask, my parents.
It's more intimate.
My mama didn't steal my daddy from nobody, technically. My mama was technically in a relationship.
Okay.
Again, don't read nothing into this story. I'm not like them. Okay. First of all, I don't even like people like that. You can ask my friend. Okay. People were still shocked that I left the house to meet up with him. Okay. I talk to my friends, I do my arts and crafts, and I read books and I research. I don't like people like that.
That about sums it up. Yep.
I don't like people like that. Y'all be thinking I'm joking. My friend will tell you, she's sitting right here. So my mama passed all her exams in college, right? She decided with one of my godmothers. Yes, there's multiple. Again, I'll put it on Patreon. Just remind me, y'all. I'm not going to explain it here. Again, don't ask no side questions. You won't get side cussed out. They snuck into a club. This is why my mother, for the longest time, thought that I had a fake ID. And I looked at her like, Heifer, do I look like anybody would believe me with a fake ID? I look 12.
I'm small. Okay.
In my 20s, I look 12. Even with a legit ID. So she's in the club, and then she realized, like, oh shoot, I ain't supposed to be in here this long because some friends of my granny and papa also frequented this place. So they get ready to leave. She walks straight in, face plants, full makeup into my dad's chest.
Oh, damn.
So her makeup, and he had a white shirt on. So her makeup was it. So he's like, and he's there with my one uncle, from the other man, and was like, oh, we gotta leave. Like this young lady done, ran into me. Like he was cool about it. My uncle was like, that's gonna be your wife. My daddy was like, she ain't interested in me. That's gonna be your wife. My daddy, once again, she ain't interested in me. And so my mom was like, oh, I feel so bad. Like, I'll get you a shirt, knowing she wasn't going to. And he was like, you know what? How about you just let me take you out? Like, my dad would try to be the one time my dad could be smooth.
Right.
I come from a nerd. Okay. My mom was bad about it. My daddy, little nerdy church boy. My mama was about it. Oh, you're right. That was buck. Okay. She was buck if you book, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I traced as much as scandalous. I was like, it's got to be a touch of Chicago in her, because she, like, looking back at her, I know she ain't never lived in the south side of Chicago, but I feel like her lineage had to come through here some way, somehow.
Right.
So they go to she pops my godmother's trunk, takes out a full sheet of notebook paper, writes her name and number on it. That Friday, they go out on a date. Oh. Now, we all know the Gartrell from the Cosby Show, the shirt. My mother decided she was going to make her own jacket. Now, my granny could sew. Why she didn't let my granny help her, I don't know. My mother was not a creative woman. Okay, probably the lack of vegetables in her diet. I don't know. But she wore it. He was like, "Oh, you so beautiful." Yeah, and he's sitting there talking about, "You so beautiful," and I'm like, "Daddy, you had it bad. You just lying to just please." They go on a date. Okay. After that, every Friday after that, my dad had her on an allowance, because just get your degree. Don't focus on nothing else. I got you, baby. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
He was a simp.
Wow. That was,
I was like, not was. He's I love him. But no, he was a true gentleman from back there. So yeah. Like, long history of lefties. No, let me not say that, because my daddy and my uncle are probably listening. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to go.
I take it back.
But every time I tell those stories, people start looking at me like, Cincitaz, what do you do? Nothing. My mama used to think that I was up to all sorts of stuff, and I used to look at her like, how did you come up with that? What made you think about how much free time did you? Why? Like, it's a lot of effort. That seems like you're gonna get dirty doing that. Like, that's how you sound like you're gonna get dirty. That's a lot of energy and effort.
Yes.
I'm not doing none of that. And I never even thought about that. Like, no.
But it's nice to know what you think of me. What you think I'm capable of.
Yeah, because she's like, well, you're my child. Am I? Because what is why?
And when she says that, you're my child. You got to think, well, what does that mean? What
It
have you?
seems like
What were
you
you
established
doing?
a whorehouse. You was living in. I think she was
Yeah.
doing $10 house stuff. I think she was doing like $35 house stuff. Cause man, what? Mm, okay. But I tell you, these women, they figured it out. The women in my family, because every Saturday, my grandma, my paternal grandma, would go
Uh-huh.
shopping at Neiman Marcus in Saks Fifth Avenue.
Okay.
When she passed
That's
away, there was
fancy.
like one whole side of her closet that still had tags on it, and then we forgot that there was like an attic closet. Why? But whatever. My granny, same thing. My granny found a store that was going out of business and went and got some of the racks, like the hanging rack, to put
Yeah.
in her closet so that way before we
Oh,
had like the stuff that we have now, she made it. Yeah. And then my
she
mom,
had
like
lots
mom,
of
I told
stuff.
y'all, my mom, my granny, and I would go shopping every Saturday. And I would just look
Wow.
at them and they would tell me, don't tell them how much I spent. Heifer, I don't know how much you spent. I come here for the chili cheese fries.
It's like, I'm
I'm
not
not
even
paying
with
y'all.
you when
No.
you're spending your money. I'm just eating my chili cheese fries in the food court, minding my
Right.
business.
Like, I don't know what y'all got going on. The only thing that really stuck out was we were at one store one time and there was a white woman at the front claiming that the diamond in her ring fell out.
Oh wow, not the diamond.
I don't know
Oh,
much, but a diamond is my birthstone. And I'm not really impressed by diamonds because I've gotten so many over the years as birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, etc. And I don't say that like as a hoity-toity type of thing. Overconsumption for me is just the and there's only so much like creativity you can have with the diamond. And I'm just like, y'all impressed by it looks like a block. Like you can't do nothing else with you can't make a different shape out of it. Like that's my mindset.
right, right, no doubt.
um, but I was looking at her ring and I'm like, there was never a diamond in there. And how would you know? Like if you're walking into a store and
Uh huh.
you can feel the difference in your ring that the it has fallen out, there wouldn't be too much looking because you're there and she was with other people. You could pinpoint in it. I was like, either she lost it before and just now noticed it, or she never had it and she's trying to sue this store. Because I remember,
Right.
because I'm like, girly pop, not to mention we were at a discount store. You're not gonna have that big of a rock on your hand at this discount store. Rich people
Right.
do discount stores way differently than the rest of us.
And they don't get all dressed up to go neither. They try to
Right. I was
blend
like,
in.
they don't wear their real jewelry outside either.
No, that's at home in the safe. Okay, for the
Or in
red
the
carpet
safety deposit
nights.
box. Because I remember I got from a family friend a box, a jewelry box, because I still
Uh-huh.
remember the smell of that jewelry box, but I had it for so long it fell apart. Of costume jewelry when the family friend's mother passed away, because it was a jewelry that she wore out. Like she had
Yeah,
the rules that if it was like a truly big event, like she would go and get it. But like going to church, stuff like that, little gatherings, she wasn't wearing it. And baby, I rocked that all through high school and college. I was bonita in
now that
said
I
jewelry.
think of it, my grandmother and my aunt Nancy, they both had lots of costume jewelry, but they had
Hmm.
nice jewelry that they wouldn't wear all the time. That's yeah, that tracks. That
Yeah,
okay,
because
that's
if
cool.
they didn't have like if they couldn't get an exact replica, it would be so close.
Uh-huh.
Because like for the longest time, I couldn't really tell the difference between real pearls and fake pearls.
Exactly.
And my
Yeah.
granny was like, it doesn't matter. Just if you like the pearls, get them. She was like, most people can't tell. She was like, because the test of them, you essentially have to put them in your mouth.
Right. You have to
And I'm
bite them.
sure now they have different things, like better ways to do it. She's like, if somebody's coming up to you to put their mouth on your jewelry, they're insane and they will probably bite you in the face. Just run.
Right.
Let them keep the pearls. But
Yeah.
yeah, now for people like there were some people who were from that mindset that a woman should always have pearls on. So they literally never took them off. They would shower with the pearls on. You could start to see like the enamel start to come off. Then you could
Yeah.
tell. But yeah, like growing up, there were a lot of older women that would gift me pearls. And one lady was like, She's like, I don't want you to feel like I don't like you or anything. She's like, but I can't remember which of my pearls is which. And I was like 12 years old at the time. So I understand this woman not want to accidentally give me like a $2,000 necklace. And this is
Exactly.
during the time where me and my friends had like the big chest where we would just play dress up and stuff and have like different characters, like our own little theater.
Yeah.
Like, ma'am, we're doing quick changes. I wouldn't give me that either.
I understand completely.
I was like,
We don't have
no,
time to make that mistake here. That's
right.
that could be a lot of money. That's no. Dad's is like, and I don't want to be given a $2,000 necklace, not
right.
a 12.
I'm like, if I accidentally break it, you're gonna be looking at me like, you got $2,000. I don't got $2. Man,
Right.
I ain't got no job. I don't really do no chores right now. Like,
I'm not even babysitting. What do you mean?
Right. Like, they don't even trust me to be at home alone at this point. Like, yeah. Like,
yes, that's funny. Like, I don't think I would want one either when I was 12. I was still playing with dolls and Barbies at 12.
Yeah, me too. And I'm like, and then as I started getting older, again, I realized the fake pearls, they're a lot more creative and they do a lot more things with the fake pearls. They're the fun. Like, I have
They're the fun pearls.
a couple different sets of pearls. I know that they're fake pearls because I intentionally bought, because of the creativity of it, and the different things you can do with them and the different things that are added to them. I'm like, that's cool.
Right. That's a cool pearl. I'll buy that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, and the amount of times I've been called cheap because people are like, oh, well, I could get you a diamond. Please don't.
Oh, right. Oops.
Or they're talking about, well, you could get this big, huge. First of all, I have small hands. Okay. I have small hands. Anything that's too big is going to look like gaudy, not good costume
extra
jewelry.
gaudy. Yeah. Like
costume jewelry. No, I put nails on. One, I like them, but two, it gives you the illusion that my hands aren't as small as what they are. But they are. Okay. The baby hands. I know this.
You don't want your hands swallowed up by this huge diamond.
Yeah. And I've had people, and I'm like, no. I was like, I do love a good Swarovski crystal. I love moissanite. Like the things that they're doing with moissanite, I love it. The different shapes, the different color. It's beautiful.
Right.
And I'm like, why y'all want to be so boring? And for people who love Princess Diana so much, I'm like, she didn't do a traditional ring. Like, she didn't have a big diamond on her hand. Like,
and she could have.
And I was like, and the whole thing, just the whole thing of, diamonds being, intended for wedding, but that was, baby, your parents are older than that marketing campaign because that's what it was. It was a marketing campaign by jewelers. Just like the whole
get people to buy the diamonds.
Yeah, just like the whole pink is for girls, blue is for boys. I'm older than that. That was like a thing, once again, marketing in the 80s.
They used to put little boys in dresses. They all the boys would wear gowns.
The hand-me-downs, when you read stories from back in the day, like pre-1970s, when they're talking about hand-me-downs were handed down to everybody in the family. Everybody, it didn't matter. You wore, like, everybody had a christening gown. Everybody, like, you had baby dresses for everyone until they got to a certain age. And then it was just, what are you doing around the house? And things like that as to who would get trousers, who didn't. Like, that's it. When the hand-me-downs went to, it was just, does it fit? Just like, I didn't know until a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
That, like, at the change of seasons, like my mom, we had storage containers. Hot months, we had, those clothes, and then our winter and fall clothes would get stored away. But right before the change of seasons, my mom would pull everything up, and then we would try on stuff to determine what still fit. Hey, professor, what didn't?
Hey, professor.
Now, for me, because I'm super girly, my stuff just got passed down to cousins and, family friends that happen to be girls.
Right.
Because I really didn't have anything that was gender neutral. And the few things that I guess could have been gender neutral. It's me. Y'all know I tazzed him up, right?
Bedazzled them. Let's
And
go.
and back in the day when you had the bedazzler, remember when they were selling those?
Yeah,
I was the queen of putting everything. So of
I
course my
love it.
brothers were like,
I can
no. And
totally
then,
see this too.
yeah, and my granny had taught me like how to sew a little bit. So I would like take material off, like so there's nothing my brother could. But then my brothers would like rotate stuff around with each other. And then I found out there were people that were like, no, their parents didn't do that. And I'm like, and these are people that were like, oh, we struggled so much. Their parents were just at the end of the season throwing everything away and replacing everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's why y'all was struggling.
Oh,
I was like, they
because
was just throwing. Okay.
right. I mean, I was a baby of 3, so I had all hand-me-downs until I outgrew the last of them in like 5th grade. After that, I started getting new clothes.
Mhm.
Um, and it was, I even had hand-me-downs from my mom, from her mom, like my grandmother. It was because they were like homemade plaid skirts and matching vests and little bonnet like hats and stuff. Like it was,
Yep.
my wardrobe was crazy.
And then for some reason, I don't even know where this dress came from, but it looked like something from Gone with the Wind, and it was purple.
Oh, not Gone
And
with the
it
Wind.
was
Okay.
like this purple that, depending on the light, kind of looked pink as well.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I would wear this dress as much as I possibly could. Did it match most of the occasions where I convinced my mother to let me wear it? No.
No,
Um, but it was like off the show. I'm telling you, it looked like something from Gone with the Wind, and I would just be so happy and best.
I could see you just sashaying around, got your
I
pretty little dress on.
yes,
Can't tell
I
you
love that
shit.
dress, and I had like a matching little fan to go along with it and a little bonnet. Yeah, that
What kind of shoes?
baby, listen, it depended. Okay, because I even wore this thing in the wintertime. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I put a
What kind?
turtleneck on with my match. Yep, I found the turtle because my mom was a Ritz queen. Y'all remember the Ritz dye? She was a
Yes.
Ritz queen. She had mastered like how to get like all the shades right. So I had like a little turtleneck and a shawl that I would wear in the wintertime. So I had like these little booties in the wintertime, very Little House on the Prairie. And then
Uh-uh.
in the summertime, I was a saddle shoe girl. Saddle shoes were
Oh,
generally my school shoes, and then after the school year ended, I would still continue to wear them.
did you have the pink and white ones because you love pink, or were yours black and white?
I had a mixture, mostly
Okay.
black and white because of where we were at the time. Those were the ones that most often we could get our hands on, but ever
Okay.
so often they'd have the pink and white ones, and then I'd get that because most of my like school clothes and were going to be
I
some.
was the only kid in my class that had saddle shoes on, and I thought I was the shit. And everyone
It
thought
was
I was a
probably the
dork,
window
but
curtains,
it
DJ.
is what it is.
DJ, that was probably did start off as window curtains because, like I said, my granny was a sewing, knitting, and crocheting thing. Yes, Professor, it was it was well, it wasn't like the fold over turtlenecks. Remember when they started making the turtlenecks that you didn't have to fold over?
So,
It
like
was
the
one of
mock
those.
turtleneck.
Yeah, it was one of those. Um, and it was very smooth. Like it was almost like blouse smooth.
Okay.
So it blended in. It didn't look weird. It blended in. It blended in like it was part of the dress. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I went. Good thing that you brought that up, Nana J. I went from saddle shoes to penny loafers, and this is when like Esprit started to get
Oh
popular.
my God, get out of my closet.
Yes, and baby, listen, okay. I was the Esprit girly because that's when my mom started working for. Remember, I told y'all about the whole Saturday night company. My mom started working there. She started once, sometimes twice a year, going to the garment district in New York. Well, while in New York, she could get the hookup on getting me the penny loafers. I had the traditional penny loafers, and then I
Oh,
had virtually every color of the Esprit penny loafers, and then I'm really about to take y'all back. I'm really about to take y'all back. I also had the Eastman shoes in various colors.
I had the tree torn sneakers, but the penny loafers, I remember sitting there trying to find the shiniest pennies to put them in
Mm-hmm.
the penny So they would be all nice. Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
had the Eastman shoes, and for those that are not familiar with the Eastman shoes, think Sperry's. They were like the precursor to Sperry's. But baby, I had them in virtually every color that they came out. Those were my thing. Just like with the jellies, I have virtually every color of jellies.
I feel like you wore a lot of Argyle socks too. Tell me you wore
I did.
Argyle socks. I did too.
I
I
did.
was wearing the knee highs and the plaid skirts and all that before Clueless came
Mhm.
out. Like I was ahead of the times. It was great.
And
Oh
then
my god, you're in my wardrobe right now.
the houndstooth print. I was what was it? Like the Clueless wardrobe. That
Uh-huh.
was me. Like when the movie came out, I felt so vindicated. I felt so vindicated
That's my
because
dream closet to this day.
yeah, I was the Tiffany blazer type person. And I love, there's a woman on TikTok now telling people like, oh, if you have this color and this color on, throw this one in, because there was one particular outfit. My mom had this pink outfit that she paired with this maroon vest. Okay.
Okay.
It looks so good on her. Now, keep in mind, my mom was also a model for many years. She was 5'11",
Oh,
and
okay.
it got to a point where,
Your mom was tall.
yeah, proportion wise, it got to a point where I could wear this outfit of hers. Now, we had to get me a different pair of pants because of the length of the pants. I couldn't wear those, and I would love when she would let me borrow this outfit.
Right.
Especially the vest. Sometimes I would just wear the vest with like skirts and stuff like that because I do love a good skirt. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a skirt girl.
Mm-hmm.
And there were people that doesn't match. That doesn't match. The other day, this woman came on and was like, "Yeah, if you have pink paired with this, yes, I'm vindicated." And I'm like,
Years later, but you got it right.
yeah,
Yes.
think like the Clueless type of wardrobe. That was me.
Yep.
And did I carry a traditional backpack? Nope. What y'all now? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Hold on. I'm so irritated.
oh no. We can't have that. No, no way. Who's
All
irritating
right.
my friend Taz?
Because they know that I'm on air, and to call me right now pisses me off. But anywho,
Oh, yep, no doubt.
but
Felt.
like everybody has like the computer bags, the tote bags, and everything. Now I was already a tote bag. Okay, those were my backpacks back then. I was also that girl that remember like the straw, like they used to be the vacation purses. I had one of those
Yes.
as my backpack for a while.
Yep. Every
I
once
had a
in a while, I
love-hate
see a good
relationship
one
with
in
jellies.
Goodwill.
And yeah, Mary Jane's. I have a pair of Crocs Mary Jane's.
I have a pair of high heels, like chunky heel, Mary Jane's. And Brianna wears them all the time. Like we both love them. They're comfortable as all heck too. Mm. I bet the Croc ones are comfortable.
My favorite now is an A-line dress. I love a good A-line dress. I love a pleated skirt. Now, my mom, this is where we differ, but like I said, she was 5'11". She liked a
Hmm.
long pleated skirt, but
I
on
like
her it
short
looked
pleated
great.
skirt.
I like the shorter pleated skirts, but at 5'4.5", the shorter looked better on me. For her so
Right.
long. When I put it on, I look like I should be like quiet in the library. No talking in the library.
Oh
I don't
no.
look like the cool librarian. I look like the why are you here?
Wow. Okay. Damn. Don't do yourself like that.
I'm
Wow.
Now I've always been a cardigan girly. Always, always, always. For
Taz has been in my closet for the last 20 minutes. Like, were you spying on me when I was growing up?
now, fun fact, there was like a 5-year period that I didn't have a winter coat as an
Oh,
adult.
okay.
Because had gotten divorced, things was like really, really tight with the kids. I did
Mhm.
have my baby brother had bought me a winter coat, but my oldest daughter, it was time to go get a new winter coat for her, but she liked the coat that I got, so I just gave it to her. And before you go, well, if you had the money to get her a coat, why didn't you get you one? I realized that the kids needed other stuff also. So I just took that money and got the stuff. And my one uncle had got me this University of Cincinnati black cardigan sweater. It was just black and just a little bit symbol on the sleeve at the very bottom was the UC Bearcats, right?
Yep.
I wore that for 5 winters straight. It was so thick. It was almost like a coat. And it wasn't until my stepmother realized like she had not seen me in a coat through some horrific winters.
Right. Winter clothes are expensive though. That's totally.
She went and got me a really nice winter coat and gifted it to me for Christmas. I had it for 2 years. I'm sure y'all know what happened to it. Yes, my oldest daughter, once again, decided she liked it, and I'm a simp. What did I do? Here you go. But by that time, I did have other coats.
At least you had it for 2 years before she took it.
I mean, I had accumulated
with daughters taking the mother's
stuff. I had a rotation, and she had changed career fields, and that coat was better conducive to her new schedule and new career. So I get why she wanted it. But oh yeah, Tristina, as you can tell, like I always have my handy dandy, as I call it, my Sabrina sweater. Just got to have it, but.
I had like the matching cardigan sets in like every color with the little short sleeve sweater that you wear under it, and I had them in every color. My favorite was the red one.
For a while, a 3-piece woman set, and that's what you can put into the search bar on Amazon to find them. A 3-piece set, woman set from Amazon. Used to hate to see me coming, baby, with the duster, the top and the pants or the skirt, baby. Let me tell you. Why don't I have them now? I know y'all know the answer. I got daughters.
Yep.
And that now I didn't give them.
They
to
went
them.
shopping in your closet.
Home. They would get home, take a picture, and send it to me because there was a period. I'm like, how do y'all keep getting out the house with my stuff? And then it came out that they weren't like doing a divide and conquer. Like the boys would be distracting me while the girls would get out with stuff. Then the girls would distract me while the boys would get out with stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They were plotting and scheming. Damn.
Because I'm like, my oldest daughter then got away with perfumes. Like when I was packing stuff up, I was like, wait a minute. I know I didn't go through this perfume. I know I didn't go through. And I'm like, what? And then I called her like, did I misplace some stuff? Is she? You have it, don't you? But this girl decided to tell me. She sent me a screenshot talking about it had to be done. She's changed. Wow. First of all, Apple, count your days. Y'all are way too kids stalking parents friendly, okay?
Oh.
Just the oldest is Debo. She is Debo. She showed me how she changed her notification preferences on me, talking about it must be done. She now gets notified the very moment I leave the house. She said, I can no longer be trusted because I've been doing too much lately.
What? We have to put an end to this now.
Mama shoes. My friends always schemes on my shoes. Yeah, my daughters have taken my shoes too. And here's the thing. People forget my mother passed of cancer, and she had tumors in multiple places, one of which was in her brain. Just like my grandma, who lived with early onset Alzheimer's and dementia for many years, I refused to argue with them over what their reality was. My mother was convinced that I wore a size 9 shoe. Cool. That's whatever. So she would buy me stuff. It's a half size off of what I wear. I learned how to different tricks of the trade to just make the shoes work. And it's not like I had to keep wearing them outside of her sight.
Right.
Well, my daughters do wear size 9. And there was one time years after my mother passed. Yes, you are, because I used to borrow your shoes. You weren't borrowing them. I gave them to you. You just kept bringing them back to my closet because you like believing that you were getting over on me. No, there was a brief period of time in my life where I did wear a size 9. I think I'm one of the few women that this has happened to, because usually they say when you get pregnant, you lose your arch and your foot gets bigger. Mine went the opposite. When I say there was a brief period of time where I wore it, went the opposite. And a lot of times I end up wearing an 8 anyway, like 8.5, depending on the heel of a shoe, that or like my winter shoes. Yeah, because I'm wearing a thicker sock. But other than that,
I'm a 9 or a 10, depending on the make.
yeah, I just look at people and I'm like, and again, my nemesis also wanted to argue. Yes, it is. I know. Heifer, how do you know anything about me? Okay, the most of the conversation we've had is hi. I'm talking to somebody else. You eavesdropping. You have the comprehension skills of a corpse. So please,
get your corpse ass out of my face,
and then call it borrowing. Here's the
See
thing,
your way out of it.
I have a denim Louis Vuitton purse, right? My oldest daughter borrowed it. Some way, somehow broke the strap. I said, fix the strap. She has not returned it. She fixed the strap. She hasn't returned. And she'll tell, well, you said, like my Beats headphones. And I'm like, you just break stuff so that you don't have to give it back to me. Like, I feel like you put it in the budget, the repair cost for whatever it is you break of mine, and you just keep it.
Right. What kind of tomfoolery is this? We can't.
Because, and then her boyfriend was like, the strap did just break. I done had this purse for years. I done used this purse multiple times because that was like my go-to everyday bag because it was
a good versatile purse.
It matched everything. I could just throw everything in. It's a big purse. I could go. How did I just use this purse? And I put more stuff in my purse than virtually anybody. She barely carries purses and puts maybe 1 or 2 things in there. And the 1 or 2 things is her chapstick, her car mats, her wallet, and her keys.
Yeah, she doesn't need a big purse for that.
Strap break for you, but the girl, like, I'm a 1-2 step you in the front because you work my nerves.
The front butt.
Sounds like my daughter. She likes to ramble into my room and get my perfume and hair. Yeah.
Something about the daughters. They love taking the mama's stuff. Mine too.
She was swinging my nerves, Nana J. That's what she was doing. Because as soon as her boyfriend chimed in, was like, yeah, it really did. But I looked at him like, you're not convincing, right?
Like anytime I buy something new, Brianna goes, oh, I like what you bought for us.
They don't even say us. They just go, oh, that's nice. I told you, like the stuff that I bought when I was coaching, when I finally said I'm not coaching anymore. And I didn't really lose love for coaching. I realized I'm not the coach that's needed currently. Like the last group of young ladies that I had coached them for a while. And the new girls, they don't need a coach that's also going to tutor them. They don't want a coach. Like I allowed the girls to get into choreography and start choreographing their own stuff. And I would come in and like tighten it up for them.
Right.
Some of these new girls, they don't want that. They want to show up, teach them the 1-2 step and they go on. I'm not the coach that's needed right now. That's fine. That is cool. I love sitting in the stands, being a spectator. I love watching on TV and not having the stress. Right. But, when I got done coaching, my girl, I want this.
They were going through your coach outfits. Calling dibs. Damn.
I was like, oh, okay. Now, mind you, only one of them graduated from the school that I coached at. Now, she was valedictorian, the oldest child. She wasn't even the one that took the jacket that actually had the stuff on it. Like that had the logo and everything on it. No, my oldest son took that because when they ordered that particular jacket for me, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't think they just ordered X amount of this size, X amount of this size, X amount of this size. There were 2 coaches that were just in denial about their size.
Right.
So I ended up with this jacket that was meant for a very husky man. So I only wore it during like football season, towards the end of football season, because I would have layers on underneath it. Like for basketball, I didn't wear it because I looked like I was playing dress up in somebody's daddy closet.
It was a little bit big on you. Okay.
Like there was like 4 or 5 inches from the tips of my nails of the sleeves. Like I probably could have made a shot of it. And the one coach that I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be your jacket. No, I'm not that size.
Oh.
When was the last time you had an eye exam? Because I see you. Do you see you, sir? You are a giant.
Is supposed to be yours.
Right. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you were the giant that Jack tried to outrun coming down the beanstalk, sir. What do you mean? I would ask Mom, are you going to wear that or can I wear it? They see, at least y'all kids are asking. But I can't tell you how many times we've been at family events and I'm like, wait a damn minute, that is mine. Are you sure it's your? Or they'll hit me with you said I could have it. No, I didn't. I didn't even tell you I had it. How did you get what? That was upstairs. When did you end up upstairs? Like, no.
Tucked away deep in the closet. They went rummaging, okay?
Like I have one pink jacket. It's like a rain jacket that folds up and it folds up into like a little pouch that you can just put in your purse.
Yep.
I don't have it anymore. I had it the very first time I came up here to Chicago. We met up with my youngest daughter. Oh, I love a purse. I love a jacket that does that.
Oh,
I
she's
take
got
it
it
off.
now.
It's a little warm. We get back to the house and I realize I don't have it. I call her. Oh, that was such a lovely gift that you gave me. What?
Oh.
Your gift was dinner. What do you know what? I'm gonna just write y'all out of the wheel.
She's like, well, you gift bag.
Yeah, she was like, well, when you die, what you gonna do with it? I learned from Leona Helmsley. I'm gonna leave it to the dog. That's what I'm gonna do. You see your stuff walking away with your kids. Exactly. I'm like, I tell my kids all the time, I'm leaving everything to charity. And I didn't name not one of y'all charity. My stepdaughter tries to cure her depression in my closet and on my dress. You know what? I used to do that with my granny. I did. But see, here's the thing. My granny was the queen of buying multiple things in the same color, same, like multiple of the same thing, and wouldn't know. So I would go, I'm like, Granny, do you have blah, blah, blah that I can borrow? I would never bring it back because she wouldn't realize it was missing because she had 3 other ones in there, same color, same style, same everything. And then when she would see me wearing it, she's like, I got one just like that. I know.
I took it from
where I got it from. She's like, where you been shopping at lately?
Your closet.
One time she told me, she's like, I thought you said you're broke. I am. How you get a new dress? You are how I got a new dress.
Thank you, by the way.
Now, if there was like a holiday or a special occasion coming up, I was cool because I was my mother's Bratz doll. She would tell people, come on, we're going shopping.
She'd like to dress you up.
Yeah,
okay.
People like, you let your mom dress you? Ma'am, I'm broke.
Free outfit. It's a free outfit. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and I'm like, and she has good taste. And I'm like, but doesn't she like dress you like her still? Yes. And you let her?
Okay.
Yes.
It's okay. We'll take it. We'll take the free clothes.
I was like, first of all, I don't mind matching my mom. Number 1. Number 2, again, it's free. 3, she has good taste. And it takes the anxiety off of me because do I have in my mind a look that I want to go for?
Yes.
Yes. Do I get anxiety looking for like how to put it together? And do I often think like it's a skirt and a top or really it's like a dress out there? Also, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah. Like if somebody's willing to be like, hey, Taz, tell me what you want. And I tell them, and they're like, okay, we found it. Here you go. I am eternally grateful, especially when it's somebody who knows me well enough where I can just go, hey, I want X, Y, and Z, and they find it. Like, haha, yeah, like I'm not doing that. My mom tried to keep us dressed from the 1920s. You know what? I would, your mom and I would have gotten along, Nana J, because there was a period in time. My mom used to tell me that I should have been born during the Harlem Renaissance, that the 1920s fashion, I just couldn't find enough of the pieces at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thing. I'm telling you, and I'm talking Black people, 1920s. No offense to the rest of y'all, but look it up. There's a difference,
right?
There was, because 1920, some of y'all was looking very, there was a farmer, I don't want that. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the flapper floozy stuff either. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Zora Neale Hurston type stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, that aesthetic in me, it's a good match. It's a great match. I'm telling you. Having power surges, so gotta drop. Okay, DJ, be safe.
Bye, DJ.
Oh, but yeah, like, yeah. Oh, the 20. Oh, yes. Yes. Plus the Harlem Renaissance, it would have been perfect for me because I would have been the Zora Neale Hurston at the time. Everybody could just come over to my house, we'll write, do some paintings, bring some food, we'll cook. Like that's the type of hanging out and carrying on that I like. We need to get back to that. Like, who
Mhm.
said that we got to go out? And why can't the club be at home? Like I need that to go.
At
I
home is
waited my
cheaper. It's more fun.
Yeah, I waited my whole life because I watched my parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents have gatherings at their homes. I
Right.
and I was like waiting to become an adult to do that. And then I get grown and everybody want to go to the club. And I'm not knocking
Right.
people who had fun there, but I'm like, it's expensive. It ain't no, and y'all already know, ain't no snacks in there. Like
Right.
the
Right.
first
You
time
can
I
have
went to a
snacks at
club,
home. Yep.
I was so disappointed. Like you hear about like the how much it costs to get in and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's it. That's all you get is to walk in the door. Like,
Yes.
oh,
$10, $20.
when I tell y'all, I would the only place that I did like to go, that I guess technically was a club, but there was also a game section. It was one place you paid $5 as a woman to get in. You got 3 drink tickets. You did not have to have alcohol when you got these
Right.
with your ticket. Like I said, there was a game space. There were 3 floors of dancing. It was a good time, and there was a women's only VIP that had food in it.
Oh, okay.
So this was my like first experience. So when somebody else was like, "Hey, you want to go here?" I'm like, "Yeah." The
That's their food.
attitude that I had, I'm not gonna lie. Did I pout and sit in the literal corner till it was time to go because I didn't drive there? Yes, I did. Oh, I was mad, and it was $15 to get into that place. Oh, I was mad because I'm thinking, oh, if it's $15, the food has to be better. We're gonna get.
No food. Nope. Oh, that's disappointing.
And there was some raggedy idiot that kept coming up like, "Hey, baby, 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 I'll get you. Get away from me. Get away."
Get-
I think I told him I had Ebola. I'm pretty sure I did. For a very long time, I was known to tell people I had worms, I had Ebola. Yeah.
This is more evidence that Taz doesn't like people, just so you know. Okay? Like, she was
Yeah.
telling people she had literal worm to get them away from her.
Right. Because I was just, please don't touch me. I told somebody that I was married to a sister cousin. Why sister cousin? I don't know. That's just what popped in my head, and I ran with it for like a year and a half. Um,
The sister cousin marriage. Wow.
I t-
That's interesting.
for 4 months, I took a temporary job working for a bank in their IT department in their office building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like to get money for there was like 4 different sports camps that the kids wanted to go to, and Christmas and everything was coming up, so I just needed extra money. And there was one person that kept trying to flirt with me. I'm not a good liar. I was so panicked and I wanted this person to leave me alone and nothing else worked. And I told them I was in witness protection because I was the secret mistress to a mob boss.
You had to stay undercover. Leave me
Fact
alone.
that they believed that was far more disturbing than the fact, because I was like, I was running out of excuses and I was like, and why I said that is because it was during my
What
Hallmark
work?
and Lifetime movie phase, like virtually every day. I would go home and because there was like a little, where I lived at the time, there was like a little TV that was like in the wall. Why it was there, I don't know. Okay, I didn't build the house. So on there, I would watch while I was cooking stuff for the kids. And that was like the premise of this movie. So
She said, I'm in witness protection. You gotta leave me alone.
he was like
You're
asking more
endangering my life.
questions, and I'm literally just telling him what I saw in the movie.
She was telling a Lifetime original as her life story. You could catch the story of Taz on Lifetime. Just
I
pick
don't even-
one.
I don't remember
Just
what
pick
the
one.
movie was called, but I just remember thinking like while watching the movie, like, oh, this is entertaining, but nobody will believe that. Like, who would believe it? And literally the next day, just in a panic, I just said like,
Hey, whatever works. Okay.
And after that, he was like, my bad. I understand you. You just got to keep your head down and, you go to work and go home. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Thank you.
That's all I can do.
Thank you for understanding.
You're endangering me.
Don't
Leave me
tell
alone.
nobody. All you need is a backstory, and you can make a Netflix special. I could probably come up with one with all the mom story movies I've watched, specifically from Lifetime over the years. I can splice and dice all of them together. But that one, and I told my one aunt about it, right? Because I felt so bad that I had lied to this person, but I was like, I don't want to tell them the truth because it was very awkward and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And where I worked at, like, there were multiple like break rooms and like one big huge cafeteria. The big huge cafeteria was in the next building. I didn't really like walking over there because it didn't leave me enough time to truly eat because too many steps and it really slowed me down.
Right.
There's one place that I could go where I could eat my lunch, and I always took a lunch. And at the time, there were like 3 different medicines I had to take at a certain time. So I'm like, this is better. And he would sit in there and I'm like, this is getting very uncomfortable. And we would be the only 2 a lot of times in this room. And it was all the way to the back of this building. So I'm like, I don't want him to, I don't think he would do anything at work, but hey, the moment you think that, something happens. So I told my
never
aunt,
know.
She was like, she's like, that's what you came up with. I was like, well, it was in the movie. She's like, was that the last thing you watched? Yeah. I was like, because after I ate dinner, I didn't watch anything else because there was what was it? Hip Hop Harry. After we got done eating dinner, there was like 2 episodes of Hip Hop Harry that would come on because that's what the kids would watch. Then they'd get baths, and then we'd end our night. So then I would go to sleep. I was like, well, it was either that or tell them what happened in the Hip Hop Harry.
Right.
my aunt was like, whatever worked. Whatever worked. But she wasn't no better. She was like, well, if he comes back and he has any questions, just call me and I'll pretend to be your agent.
Like she will help you out. Okay. I love it.
But I did. I felt so bad. Like, and I'm so nerdy. I was like, am I going to hell for lying? Mind you, I'm grown with kids, okay? I am grown with kids. This man has been harassing me, and I'm concerned I'm about to go to hell.
She's like, I'm about to go to hell by lying. Right. I don't got time for this shit.
It now, but at the time, it was bad. It was so bad. I was just I'm going to hell.
Hey, but it worked. So, you get points for being clever. It worked. Yeah. You shook them off.
I was afraid to tell my daddy because my daddy kept saying, something, you okay? Something seems to be bothering you. I'm fine. Like, I want to tell my daddy, the reverend, like, I lied. Like, which, looking back, he would have understood. He probably would have got his brothers and showed up at my job, like, leave her alone.
Right.
Would have been better, but
probably didn't need that either.
But my goofy behind the scenes. There was another time somebody, I was waiting for the bus. There was one bus that I could successfully ride, okay? Because where I worked, it was like a straight shot down just like this long major street, right? Yep. So I got out on one end, and where I needed to get off is where the bus ended. So it was very easy. But I was waiting for the bus. I got there a little ahead of time. It was a great day. Everything was like going good. This guy comes up. Hey, what's your name?
Oh.
I was reading a book at the time. It was in my bag. And I blurted out, Judy Blume.
Judy Blume. Not good old Judy Blume. Okay.
You
didn't just get that off the book inside your bag, did you now, Taz?
Yes. Okay, like, you ever been like waiting for like a bus or a ride or whatever, and you're like, oh, I got some time, and you have like a book or something, maybe a magazine in your bag, and you go to look in it. So I'm holding it like open to look down. He goes, hey, what's your name? And he's walking close to me, and I'm looking at Judy Blume.
Judy Bloom. Did he fall for it?
Yeah, I don't think he knew that she was an author.
Must not be a
But I
reader.
said it with like confidence, like
Ways you can tell the person's a reader or not. He didn't know Judy Bloom was totally made up, totally famous author.
and I guess he didn't like the name Judy because like his face like scrunched up, like, oh, okay, well, you have a nice day. Oh, Judy is that's kryptonite. Good to know.
I'm gonna use that again later. Judy Bloom.
I'm telling you.
It
And my
worked.
one cousin, they would just look at me like, what is wrong with you? They were like, it's okay to let people talk to you. I'm aware. Because this particular cousin is the one that used to work security at the gay club. And sometimes I would tag along with them when we were roommates. And they were like, why are you always sitting at the bar? Because I would sit at the bar drinking coffee with this old white dude.
Yeah.
And this old white dude, he really didn't live in the area full time. He was coming in and out for business. And he was like, it was the one place where he did like the music that was there. And he was afraid of just staying in and staying to himself, that, he would
felt
either
safe.
get irritated with people or whatever. He's like, I want to socialize, but I don't. And I was sitting and chit chat with him. My cousin was like, you can talk to other people. No. It's like, you tell everybody else in here you got worms, but not him.
It's
Yes.
okay.
And he was like, you're at a bar drinking coffee. Yes.
Coffee's good. I mean, hey.
He walked
Whatever.
away. He came back. The old white dude had left. And I heard the bartender go, I don't know. And my cousin comes over and goes, did you pull a book out? You got an awful lot of questions for somebody who's supposed to be at the door doing security.
Right?
First of
Why
all,
are you
you
worried
supposed
about
to
me?
check-
You gotta watch
And I told him, I
everybody.
said, first of all, you were supposed to check my bag before I got in here. You didn't see the book?
It's big. It's in there.
Yeah, after that, he was like, just stay home. Because he only had me go, like, periodically to go check the women's bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
After that, he was like, you can just stay home. Okay.
we don't need you. Oh shit.
He would just be like,
I do have to say I never brought a book to the club. Never. But that's okay. I could totally see you doing it. I've never.
In the front, there was like it was like a massive bar and a little bit of room to dance. Okay. And then it was
Okay.
like these like sliding doors that were slid open. There was like in the back, there was like a DJ booth in the middle, and then there was a stage up against the back wall. Then there was like a patio outdoor space. So most of the people were on the other side. I had to stay up by where the bathrooms were. Plus, if I went in the back, I couldn't hear anything. Like,
right.
I could crank up my hearing aid to the top nth degree. I still couldn't hear anything. Because with the patio part open and traffic going past and then the music, I couldn't. So
it was just way too much noise.
So I would just sit up front, and it really wouldn't be the handful of bartenders up there would be there, and me. That's when I learned what a Shirley Temple was.
Oh, those are fun. My daughter
Yes.
loves those.
So I would sit up there with the Shirley Temple and pour some coffee and my book and sit there and read. Plus, I really wasn't used to, like, yes, I have insomnia, but I always have insomnia inside the house. Outside the house, I wasn't really accustomed to having to stay up to a certain point.
Right.
So, yeah. I'm going to call this story time with Taz. Yeah.
She's like, I get a little sleepy when I go out. It happens.
So I took the book.
Oh, shit.
They would just look at me like, and one time there was somebody who claimed that I was that I had cussed them out and tried to start a fight. My cousin was like,
that
the
is
one
not
person in here that don't want nobody to touch them or bother them. Okay.
Right? Like that is not giving ties, but we don't believe that.
They're like, so just out of the blue, she just popped up and went off on you. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Like Taz doesn't do that shit. Taz minds her business.
Taz like, did you touch your book? as soon as the person was like, "What book?" Yeah, didn't think that you went over there. Like,
right? Miss Judy Bloom. I love that one. Judy Bloom. That one's great.
I'm not good at this. But I remember like one of my
I'm not good under pressure.
Yeah, she kept telling me, like, stop telling people your name. Like, don't even tell them your nickname. Okay. Because, you know, back when we still had white pages and stuff like that, people would like look up the name and just call down until they got someone. So I was like,
Judy Bloom. I always went with Jennifer White. I have no idea, but that was like my fake name. Whenever I was getting in trouble or doing shit I wasn't supposed to be doing, and it was, what's your name? Jennifer White?
I met a young lady in college that used to tell people her name was Ashley Banks. You know,
Ashley
when
Banks.
she first said it, I was like, and I caught myself because I was about to be like, oh, like on the show. I didn't say it out loud. I caught myself, proud of myself. But after everybody left, she saw the confusion and she said, yes. That's why I'm using it. And she's like, and that's not my name. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like it caught me because I was like, what? Okay. But that takes us to the end of today's Talk About It Tuesdays. As always, much fun with Smokin Hot Mess Jess.
It was a good time, as always. Thank you for everybody coming.
Moment to who saw during this. Mine was Penelope.
Every once in a while, I changed mine to Samantha, but it was either Jennifer or Samantha.
Check my mail. Oh, okay, Trisina. Okay. So thank you guys. Do not forget, tomorrow is Wisdom Wednesday. In case you missed the Villain's View, I will be joined tomorrow by my good sis, Dread in Path.
Yes.
So she's on the vacation. Yes, she's. Mine is Michelle. Oh, nice.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do that. And even though we did do fun news yesterday, we will still have the traditional fun news Friday on Friday, and there's a new segment that is going to be added on that I think you all will really enjoy. I hope y'all will really enjoy. Y'all will tell me if you don't, because one thing I know, y'all not gonna let this become a dud. Also, anybody from Villains. I can talk. I know I can. From Villains Guild or Outcast Nation, please get with myself or Smokin Hot Mess Jess to report your steps, please. And other than that, I'm gonna say 7:15 Eastern, because I need to get a newsletter done and out. So we're going to shoot for 7:15 for learning through literature tonight. And tonight is Not My Type by E. Jean Carroll. Okay. All right. So as always, each one.
Bye.
And, y'all be good. Or as Angry says, be good at it. Bye.
Turn the dial up, let the static fade away. We're building up the future, tracking every single day. Start the morning right, let the rhythm start to breathe. With the sound of coffee pouring, giving just what you need. From the sunrise spark to the late night glow, there's a space for your story and it's steady undertow. When the sun goes down and the shadows start to lean, we close it all out with conversations with Jonathan. This is GCPR Radio, loud and clear, where every single voice matters, far and near. Yeah, we lock it in, connect the track, GCPR. Got your back, download the app on your phone today. iOS or Android, we're a click away. When the weekend hits, yeah, the energy shifts. Sundays bring the heat. treat with a couple of gifts. The Kennedy effect gives us the hard-hitting news, breaking down the facts, clearing out the blues. Then Wayne Green Gambler step right into the zone, rule the male position on the microphone, telling you what to watch, what's a hit, what's a miss. Then it's the villain's view for their random commentary bliss. This is GCPR Radio.